Hey everyone. So it's been a few days since I've done any videos. Wednesday was the 4th of July. I hope everyone in the U.S. had a great 4th. But over the last few days, without doing anything, there's been quite a few signings that have taken place. Also, a lot of players have gone to arbitration. 44 this year have filed for arbitration, but a few of a f- a f- quite a few RFAs didn't get to arbitration. They've signed deals already, and some more UFAs have signed deals. So teams are really starting to fill out their rosters now. Um, Most of the big names are all signed. There's still a few left out there, but Brian Gibbons signed a one-year, $1 million deal with Anaheim. Slater Cuckoo is going back to Tampa Bay on a one-year deal for $865,000. Um, Tom Kuhnhackl is going to the New York Islanders on a one-year, $700,000 deal. Joe Thornton, as expected, is back to San Jose. Once San Jose didn't get John Tavares, everyone knew Thornton was going back there. 1 year, $5 million. Thomas Hertl staying in San Jose for the next 4 years at $5.625 million per year. Sean Kuraly is staying in Boston, 3 year, $1.275 million per year deal in Boston. Robin Lehner signed with the New York Islanders, 1 year, $1.5 million. So he'll be Yaroslav Halak's replacement in New York. Robbie Fabry is staying in St. Louis, 1 year, $925,000. He's just going to try and be healthy for a full season. Calvin DeHaan going to Carolina in a very interesting move. 4 years, $4.55 million per year. Brad Richardson, 2 years, $1.25 million per year to stay in Arizona. Boone Jenner signs long-term in Columbus, 4 years, $3.75 million per year. Christian Folin has a new home in Philadelphia, 1 year, $800K. Presumably he'll have a chance to take the spot that Brandon Manning left open, but there will be other players looking for that spot as well. Andre Schuster, 1 year, $1.3 million in Anaheim. Jacob De La Rose, 2 years, $900K per year in Montreal. Andreas Athanasiou, 2 years, $3 million per year to stay in Detroit. Cedric Paquette, 1 more year in Tampa Bay at $1 million. And Trevor Van Riemsdyk, 2 years, $2.3 million per year in Carolina. A lot less than what his brother got, but still a solid contract for Trevor. A lot of these are just depth moves. Gibbons, on Anaheim, he'll probably get some decent playing time, but he'll be in the lineup as a bottom six forward in Anaheim. Slater Cuckoo is probably like the 8th or 9th defenseman in Tampa Bay. Might not even get to see him this year, depending on how injuries go. Tom Kuhnhackl just has a chance to be a bottom six forward with the Islanders. Joe Thornton, he's probably going to play a decent role in San Jose still. Obviously, they wouldn't have given him $5 million if he wasn't, but he needs to stay healthy, and obviously he's been surpassed on the depth chart by Logan Couture and some of the other younger players in San Jose who have a lot left in the tank, a lot more left in the tank than Thornton. Thomas Hertl getting $5.625 million per year. Think that might be a little high for Hertl, but San Jose's not in cap trouble, so they can do a deal like that. I just think 5.625 per year is a little high for what you're going to get from Hertl. Sean Kuraly, really good deal for the Bruins. 3 years, $1.275. He's a very solid bottom six forward. I like Kuraly a lot. I love his game, and I think that's a very good cap hit for somebody who can play third or fourth line. Robin Lehner signed really cheap with the New York Islanders, 1.5 mil. I thought he would get more than that, but it's only a 1 year deal. He has a chance now to prove himself again, not in Buffalo. If he has a good year this year, then he might get a decent deal next summer. Robbie Fabry, 1 year, $925K. He's just coming off 2 major knee injuries. He's just trying to stay healthy at this point, and And if he can stay healthy this year, not have any major injuries, and put up decent numbers, 20 plus goals, around 50 points, then he'll get a much bigger deal next year. Calvin DeHaan going to Carolina. I like that move for the Hurricanes, but DeHaan he's a good defenseman, but he's not a top defenseman. I think the $4.55 million per year I think is a little high, especially since John Moore signed for $2.75 million per year. DeHaan he's solid, but he's not anything spectacular. So I think his cap hit might be a little high, but it's still a solid pickup for Carolina, who overall has a pretty good young defense core. But it's not a move that's going to push them over the top or anything. Signing Calvin DeHaan doesn't make a non-playoff team go to be a playoff team. It's not that good of a move, but it is another solid player to round out your second or third defense pair. Brad Richardson, solid veteran, been around the league for a long time, staying in Arizona. Good cap hit there for a fourth line guy, $1.25 million. That's fine. Boone Jenner, $3.75 million. I think might be a little high for him, but Boone Jenner's tough to gauge because sometimes he can have really good offensive output, and then sometimes he doesn't score for a long time. He seems like a fourth liner some days, and then other days he could be as high as a second liner, and you just don't know what you're going to get offensively with him. You're going to get energy, physicality, good leadership. He's always really bringing it every night, but it's the offensive output that's not always there. He can be worth $3.75 million if the offensive output is there, but if it's not, then that's a bit of a high cap hit for someone who may not score that many goals. Christian Folin, just really cheap deal to be probably a 7th or 8th defenseman in Philadelphia. Maybe be the number 6 guy, but probably not. Andre Schuster in Anaheim, he'll have a chance to play if he plays well. But Anaheim's really a team on the decline, that as far as I can see, and they really haven't done a lot for big moves this offseason to get better. Schuster's a depth defenseman. That doesn't really change much for them. Jacob De La Rose, 2 years, $900K in Montreal. He's a bottom 6 forward, third or fourth line. That's not a major move. That's a depth move. Andreas Athanasiou and staying in Detroit. That's a decent deal. He's a solid player. He's somebody who can play second or third line, and give you some secondary scoring for sure. Cedric Paquette, really great fourth liner. I think he showed that last year, and especially in the playoffs. So 1 year, $1 million in Tampa Bay. That's a good deal for both sides. And Trevor Van Riemsdyk, another young defenseman in Carolina. Again, he's not spectacular, but he's a solid defenseman, and he'll have a chance to play probably on the bottom pair. And again, that's not a move that pushes Carolina over the top, but it's a solid move. So those are your signings that have taken place over the last couple of days. I'm sure that there's more to come. Pat Maroon is really the big name left out there that hasn't signed yet, and I don't know what is going on with that. I haven't heard anything about it. He certainly must be getting offers. There's absolutely no way that somebody like Maroon isn't getting offers. So we'll just have to wait and see where he ends up. And there's more sign. It's really died down as far as signings go, but there's going to be more and more depth signings as the summer goes on and teams really fill out their rosters. Also have plenty of chances for some bigger trades to happen, and I'll talk about that in the next video. So Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media, check out offthewallhockey.com. All those links are in the description below. Keep spreading the word about this channel, up to 220 subscribers, so let's keep this rolling forward. That's fantastic. Thank you guys so much for watching, and talk to you guys soon.